Hello children, how are you? And I'm really happy that you're watching this video. And in today's video class, I would like to share the classwork of Jamaican Fragment lesson. Okay children, so before further go, let's get started at today's video class. And as I told you that, I'm sharing the classwork of a lesson Jamaican Fragment. And as we discussed earlier, the Jamaican means the citizen of the country Jamaica. Okay, children. And the first question from the lesson Jamaican Fragment is that why was the morning walk pleasant to Mr. A.L. Hendrick? And if you remember one thing, as I told you that the writer himself is a narrator of the story, narrator of this lesson, isn't it? Who was it? And who is that? A.L. Hendricks. Okay, children. And I again repeat the question. Why was the morning walk pleasant to Mr. A.L. Hendricks? And the answer is A.L. Hendricks considers his morning walk from his home to the train. This is actually train track lines, isn't it? Train track lines. That is some spelling mistake. Please correct it down. Train track lines, pleasant and beneficial for three reasons. Here, our A.L. Hendricks found three beneficial reasons. And what are they? First of all, the setting was good with red and green roofed bungalows, green lawns and gardens on either side. So this is the first reason. And secondly, the walk was as beneficial as exercise. And thirdly, some of the incidents that took place during this period enlightened him in one way or another, adding to his wisdom, isn't it? Here in the third reason, he is talking about the beneficial of the particular game, isn't it? And I hope you understood the first question. So three main reasons. The first of all, the setting was very beautiful, green roofed bungalows and green lawns and everything. And the second beneficial thing is exercise. And the third one, he could get some wisdom, isn't it? Let's move on to the second question. Second question. The exercise is good for me, says the narrator. What was the exercise? So already we discussed in the previous question. This is a very, very easy answer. Walking is good exercise to him. He walks a half mile from the home to the railway track and a half mile from the railway track to his home. Totally 1 mile walk is the type of exercise. And I hope you understood the exercise. What was the exercise? Walking is good exercise to him. He walks a half mile from the home to the railway track and a half mile from the railway track to his home. Totally 1 mile walk is the type of exercise. And question number 3, what did the narrator notice one morning? Yes, the question I repeat, what did the narrator notice one morning? And the answer is what he actually noticed. Yes, the answer is one morning the narrator noticed the two boys were playing in the garden in front of a modest cottage. A very, very easy question. Please try to understand. One morning, the narrator noticed that the two boys were playing in the garden in front of a modest cottage. Let's move on to the fourth question. How did the smaller boy behave while playing with the bigger boy? So here we're talking about the black and white boys. The answer, the smaller boy behaved like a master. That means the white boy behaved like a master. He ordered the bigger boy to pick up a stick to jump into the flowers and to get him some water, isn't it? Yes, obviously. So here we're talking about the two boys. One was black and one was white. The bigger boy was black, the smaller boy was white. Yes, let's move on to the section C. Answer the following questions and share your responses with your partner. The question number 1, what sight surprised the narrator the next day? What sight surprised the narrator the next day? And the answer is, the next morning, the narrator saw the two boys playing the same game. But there was a reversal of the role. The dark boy was behaving like a master, and the white boy was doing whatever the dark boy asked him to do. This surprised the narrator, isn't it? So, this is the surprise as we discussed in the class, right? Yes. And the second question from the second line, what were the two commands given by the black boy to the white boy? A very interesting question. What was the two commands which were given by the black boy to the white boy? The black boy ordered the white boy to get him a banana. When the white boy ran into the house and brought him a banana, he asked him to peel it for him. Peel means, just open the skin also. Yeah. Let's move on to the third question. Why was the white man surprised at the narrator's outburst? Why was the white man, here we're talking about the father of the two boys, why was the white man surprised at the narrator's outburst? I mean, when he explained those things. The white man is surprised at the narrator's outburst because he is not worried at the idea of white boy playing the role of a servant in the presence of a black. Both are his children, and he does not impute the motives to their actions. He knows that it is just a game. That is why he is surprised at the outburst of the narrator about the mistakes that adults make. I hope you understood. So the white man was surprised because of the outburst of a narrator, and the white man had known that there were no superiority of any color, isn't it, children? And let's see. The fourth question, why do you think the narrator smiled at the end? Yes, a very interesting question. Answer. The narrator, who had earlier worried over the possible supremacy of the whites over the Jamaicans, is now proved that Jamaica has the spirit of accepting the whites without losing its pride. This is relieved him of his anxiety and doubt. Therefore, he smiled in the end. So, he came to know the reality, and the Jamaicans living a very happy life even if they are black or white. The whites accepted black and the blacks were accepted white, isn't it? But before that, we know in Jamaica there was conflict, there was what we can call it as the racism was there before a long time. The racial discrimination based on the complexion, based on the skin tone, based on the skin color. So later everyone should get to know that the meaning of human, it can be whatever the color that she or he has, that doesn't matter, the humanity is the matter, right, children? And let's move on to the third main, true or false. Here we have, understand, children, some statements are given below, some are true and some are false. Write T of F in the box provided against each sentence accordingly. Okay, children. And the first question, the bigger boy was black. Yes, it is true. The bigger boy was black. The black boy ordered the white boy to pick up the stick. Is it true or not? No, it is not true because the white boy ordered it. Okay, so this is false. The white boy sat down on the lawn. It is true. It is true. Please go through the lesson, you can easily understand. The two boys were not dressed alike. False, because they dressed alike. They wore blue shirt and khaki pants, the same. And the little boys were playing when the narrator passed by in the afternoon. False, because it was in the morning. The next day a man was playing with the boys. False, because the only two boys were playing, no one was involved. Okay. The game that the two boys played was the same game that author had played during his childhood. Yes, it is true because our narrator or author mentioned it in our lesson. I know what you are thinking, said the man standing at the gate to the narrator. No, this is false because the narrator told to the white man. And the ninth one, the father of the boys was white and the mother brown. Yes, it is true because the white man stated those words. And 92% of Jamaica is inhabited by blacks. Is it true or not? Please write down. I'll just giving you the chance to you. Okay, I'll ask you this in the live session. Please make sure that you have to know the answer. 92% of Jamaica is inhabited by blacks. For each of the sentences, statements, 4 alternatives are given as the answers. Choose the best alternative. And the question number, the boys in the story are good friends, brothers, neighbors, classmates. Obviously, they are brothers. You already know it. It's a silly question, right? Yeah. The commands that the white boy gave to the black boy were 5 in number, 4 in number, 3 in number, 2 in number. Obviously, they are 3 in number. And question number 3, the black boy had a mat of coarse hair on his head. Coarse means, is obviously rough, right? And question number 4, only we grown-ups are silly. The question tag to this statement is, aren't we? Isn't we? Are we? Is it? So obviously it is question tag. Is used for singular and are is going to be used for plural. So here we have to write aren't we, isn't it? And question number 5, the white boy had hazel eyes. Hazel means is obviously reddish brown. That is not pale brown, yellowish brown, or bluish brown. It is reddish brown. Okay. And I hope you all understood the entire classwork session. So I'll make another video for the remaining classwork, whatever the remaining things that we have. I'll make another video for that, and even the grammar topic also. I'll make another video on the grammar topic of our Jamaican fragment. Okay, children. So you rock. Thank you. Bye, children.